China's new space station gets its first female astronaut. China's aim to complete the station and have it fully crewed by December 2022 is an ambitious target, but it appears to be on course. Last month, 3 other Chinese astronauts successfully completed a 3-month stay on board, during which they worked on the station's core module and conducted 2 spacewalks to install equipment. Their spacecraft is scheduled to take off from the Gobi Desert in northwest China at 12:23 a.m. Beijing time on Saturday, the China Manned Space Program said Thursday. Preparations for their stay have been long in the making. Last month, a cargo vessel delivered 6 metric tons of food, water, oxygen bottles, spacesuits, and other necessities to the station. It will be Wang's second space mission. A major in the Chinese People's Liberation Army Air Force and a transport plane pilot, she was recruited as an aspiring astronaut in 2010. When I looked out of the window for the first time, I realized the true meaning of the power of life. That kind of beauty was just beyond comprehension, she said. According to Wang, a manned space program without female astronauts would be incomplete. It is like a woman's role in the family. Women have responsibilities. We also make serious missions more lively and pleasant, she said. And female crew members bring a practical benefit too, Wang added. We women astronauts weigh less, that's more economical to the mission. Female astronauts have come a long way since Tereshkova made that first trip. According to NASA, as of March this year, 65 women have flown in space, including cosmonauts, astronauts, payload specialists, and space station participants. As Ride prepared for her trip on the Space Shuttle STS-7, NASA engineers famously asked her how many tampons she might need for a week in orbit. Is 100 the right number? Ride recalled them asking, according to the transcript of a 2012 NASA Oral History project. In a terse reply, she suggested they have that estimate. Her research found that most female astronauts opt to use contraceptives and put their periods on hold, both in preparation for and during space flight. For missions that last a few weeks, astronauts are able to use oral contraceptives to time their cycles accordingly. But Jane said no research has been done on long-term use of contraceptives in space for missions that last for months or even years. Death sentence for livestream murder. A man who set his ex-wife on fire as she live-streamed to her online followers was sentenced to death on Thursday, concluding a murder case that received nationwide notoriety. The victim, 30-year-old Lamo, was a farmer and live streamer in a Tibetan autonomous prefecture in southwestern Sichuan province. She was streaming a video of herself last September when a man burst in, poured gasoline on her and set her on fire. She died 2 weeks later. Her ex-husband, Tang Lu, was arrested soon after. On Thursday in court, he was found guilty of homicide, sentenced to death, and ordered to pay compensation, according to state-run broadcaster CCTV. The court found his crime was extremely cruel and deserved severe punishment, CCTV reported. The case sparked widespread discussion on the larger problems surrounding women and violence in China, and how the country's legal system often fails to protect victims. After the death sentence was handed out, one user on the Chinese social media platform Weibo argued that vague terms like domestic violence should be dropped from legal cases because it obfuscates right from wrong and undermines the severity of the crime. Intentional assault is intentional assault, and homicide is homicide, regardless of the relationship between the perpetrator and the victim, said the user, with the comment gaining more than 24,700 likes. The topics of domestic violence, abuse, and dissatisfaction with the system had already been circulating in public discourse when Lamo's murder occurred, adding to the growing outrage.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.